All right, ladies, we are talking weight gain today. Weight gain in your 40s, in perimenopause, why it happens, what to do about it, how to improve body composition in your 40s through this perimenopausal transition. And the first thing that I really want to emphasize is that weight is just a symptom, okay? Just like period issues that you might be experiencing, whether that's heavy, long, painful periods, more irregular periods, just like the anxiety, the depression, the panic attacks, other mood issues that you might be having, just like the cognitive issues, brain fog, trouble concentrating, memory and recall difficulties, just like digestive issues, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, heartburn, gas, etc., just like problems with our sleep. Weight is a symptom. It is your body's form of communicating with you, okay? Weight is not the root cause. Weight is not the problem. There is something that is going on inside of your body that is the problem, and it is being manifested as weight. So we really need to be stopping thinking about weight or focusing on weight as the problem. We really need to be taking a more holistic approach to weight and understanding what is happening within your body that is causing all of the weight gain to occur, okay? This is the approach that we need to be taking, frankly, with all of the symptoms that you're experiencing, by the way, okay? This is the approach that I take with the ladies that I work with. We don't focus on symptoms, whether that's periods, moods, weight, bloating, insomnia. We really explore the root causes of those symptoms. With your weight, for example, it's not just calories in and calories out. That's a really outdated approach. It has led us as a generation of women to be extremely undernourished. It has led us to feel like we constantly need to shrink ourselves down. We need to eat less. We need to take up less space. We need to restrict, restrict, restrict. And it has led to a generation of women who are chronically yo-yo dieting, unhappy with their weight, exhausted and frustrated, and ultimately extremely unhealthy. And what I see in the ladies that I work with over and over and over again is the problem is they're not eating enough. They're chronically undernourished. And what's happening here when we're constantly restricting, it lowers our resting metabolic rate. It lowers the amount of calories that are required at rest for basic body functions like beating your heart, your digestion, your hormone production, your brain function, your immune system. And that ultimately serves to slow all of those systems down, which leads to other health problems. And a chronic low calorie diet isn't sustainable. So what happens when we start to eat more? We gain weight, right? Because we lowered our base metabolic rate. So our body needs to do a readjustment. And most women start to freak out when they see the number on the scale start to creep up. So they start to restrict again, which becomes a really vicious cycle, doesn't it? And I'm going to just say here too, and this is also maybe a conversation for another day, that the number on the scale shouldn't be the value that you're most concerned with, okay? Let's get into the root causes of weight gain and poor body composition, especially in perimenopause. The first thing is insulin resistance. And this is really interesting because we actually become more insulin resistant during perimenopause due to the shifts and changes in our hormones like estrogen and progesterone, which is partially why weight gain in perimenopause is so common. So it becomes even more critical to stabilize our blood sugar and support insulin resistance. And I've spoken about this at length in the past. I've got an entire guide on it, in fact, and you can comment if you're watching this on social. You can comment food 411. I'll send the link to you. I will also link to this on my YouTube in email, so you can grab that link also. So insulin resistance is really important. Under eating, I mentioned this, women are chronically undernourished, oftentimes not eating enough protein, carbs, and fat. So many women are under carbing, You're not eating enough carbs. You're not providing fuel to your thyroid, to your metabolism, or to your ovaries, your microbiome, your nervous system for that matter. Carbs are essential. We just really need to make sure that we're choosing the right carbs. And again, I've spoken at length about this in the past. You can learn more about nutrition for perimenopause in my nutrition guide. And again, you can comment food 411, and I've also linked to that here, so you can grab that guide. Carbs are not the bad guy, ladies, okay? We just have to make sure we're eating the right carbs and we're pairing them in the right way. The next thing that we have to look at is exercise. Are you over cardioing? Okay. This is also where a generation of women who were taught that we have to do all of the cardio, right? We have to run, we have to do HIIT, we have to do these boot camp sessions. It's all about cardio, cardio, cardio. And this is putting a massive strain on our already overburdened nervous system, which puts us into a state of fight or flight, telling our body to hold on to stored fuel. It raises inflammation, which is going to make us feel puffy. It's going to disrupt insulin, which further aggravates weight gain. And it's depleting women when, quite frankly, we're already in an overly depleted state. Okay. Liver congestion and sluggishness. When we can't neutralize and break down the toxicants that we come into contact with on a daily basis, guess where they get stored? In our fat cells. So as long as our liver is congested and sluggish, which again happens more and more as we age, our body is not going to be able to release that fat, because that would mean all of those toxicants get put back into blood circulation, which is really detrimental to our health, okay? Then we have to look at gut disruptions causing inflammation. And inflammation drives insulin resistance, it drives cortisol dysregulation, and these are cornerstones of weight gain, as I've mentioned already. And nervous system dysregulation. We live in a society where we really do feel the need, as women especially, to do more, to be more, to take on more. We have to do everything. We're burning the candle at both ends, and we're depleted. And this is causing a lot of inflammation, blood sugar dysregulation. It's putting us into a fat storing mode. And poor sleep habits are a part of this. When we aren't making sleep a priority, our nervous system and insulin become dysregulated, causing weight gain. Our hunger hormones become dysregulated, so we're more likely to binge when we're sleep deprived. It's not about willpower. Willpower is not a thing. You're driven by your hormones, and we've got to do everything that we can to protect all of our hormones, not just our sex hormones, okay? So what can we do? What can we do to support our weight, our body composition in perimenopause? There's a lot, actually, and it isn't a one size fits all, although there are some really critical first steps to take. So how we combat weight gain in perimenopause is eating enough. Protein, we want to aim for a minimum of 100 to 120 grams daily as a minimum, okay? We want carbs and fat. I'm not a big macro person. I'm really not. I don't count macros. I don't count calories. I think that's really detrimental to women as a whole. But generally speaking, we can be looking at a 40-30-30 split, 40% carbs, 40% protein, 40% fat. We really want to make sure that you're getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I find with the ladies that I work with, having an afternoon snack in between lunch and dinner to be really beneficial for supporting their blood sugar. Weights and walking, yoga, bar, and Pilates. So building muscle is absolutely critical here, okay? Muscle is where we're going to mop up excess insulin and glucose, okay? If we're in a state of insulin resistance, for example, we need to add more muscle to our frame, because that's going to increase the GLUT4 receptors that improve insulin sensitivity. That's really important for weight. We've got to stop the intense cardio, okay? It's walking and weights, walking and weights. Support the liver with things like castor oil packs, eating bitter greens, artichokes, beets, drinking lemon water first thing in the morning, switching out conventional care products for more organic or green products, reducing or avoiding alcohol, caffeine, and sugar, and eating organic where you can. Go to bed. Seriously, if you are going to bed at midnight or later, it's the next day. Okay, 10 p.m. is the new midnight. Ideally, we should be in bed by 9:30 with lights out. Now, I totally understand that that's not realistic for everybody. 10 o'clock should really be the max cutoff time for lights out. Deep restorative sleep happens between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. If you are not asleep during that time, you're missing out on an incredibly important opportunity to support your weight, your metabolism, and your body composition. And the last suggestion that I have for you is to support your digestive health. Chew your food, add apple cider vinegars or bitters before meals to support digestion. Make sure you're getting in enough fiber and water. And also think about investing in a GI map gut health test to really explore what infections may be going on in there that are contributing to the inflammation, that are depleting your adrenals and causing issues with your metabolism. I hope you found this helpful today. Make sure to like and follow. Share this with a woman in your life that you might find or that you believe would find this beneficial. Reach out to me with questions. I'm at stephanie.sing.balancedhealth. Grab the guides that I have linked to and spoken about here. And if you are ready to explore working with me and my team, check out the packages and programs that I offer inside my Women's Health Virtual Clinic. Have a wonderful day, and we'll chat soon. Bye for now.